Well, back to Fallout mods. And first up, we have the ACR-W17. This is my personal favorite gun in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I believe. Wasn't this in 2? That in Modern Warfare 1, it was the M16. But whatever, enough about me. This is by N7R. He leads with a preface, interestingly enough. The mod author never thought this day would ever come, but this is his first public mod for an Elder Scrolls or Fallout game, and he hopes many more to come in the future. He always wanted to get into the modding scene, and finally got around to it last year. He started creation on his ACR weapon nearly a year ago. The real challenge for him was not modeling or textures, but rather the whole creation kit setup, learning how to convert his files to the proper formats and the requirements of the weapon mod. There is a quite verbose description here, and unfortunately I can't fit it all inside of the limited time frame I usually have. So let's go right to the meat and potatoes of this. The mod author's models and textures are immaculate for this gun. Brilliant. The sound is fantastic. I like it. Everything about this gun screams premium. On top of that, he even went as far as to add animations for first and third person view. Phenomenal. There's a multitude of choices, whether turning your gun into a cryo gun, fire rounds, explosive, etc. It's all here for you. There's a lot of modification. There are even tons of weapon skins or paint jobs, camo, robotic pixelation. I don't know what the hell they call it, digital camo or something like that. Point being, it's fantastic. It also has like a tag on it, a name tag on the gun. There's a multitude to choose from, considering you mad bro, so on and so forth. MXR, Bro Jewels, Gopher. I am miffed though that there was no It's a Gundam. How the hell could you not have me? That's like telling Joe Montana not to show up to the Super Bowl. Nobody probably knows who Joe Montana is anymore. Needless to say, if you are a gun nut and still love modding Fallout, this is one of those mods you have to have. Third-person aim-down sights by the Beat 69. What this mod basically does is it gives you the ability to quickly switch to first-person view mode. It's great, actually. A lot of people will look at this mod and go, alright, PUBG, so let's go with that. I believe Metal Gear had a very similar system, Metal Gear 5. It came out before PUBG. But point being, this is here and I like it a lot actually. As someone who prefers playing in third person in Fallout now, like when I'm playing the game for the first time it's first person, but now that I've beaten it and whatever, I now have third person to show off armors and so on and so forth, and occasionally you gotta shoot some jackasses. And this is a great switch because it just gives you the freedom and fluidity to finally be able to switch between the two on the fly when need be. I'm currently using the double tap version, which doesn't require script extender. It seems to work better for me than the script extender version. If you come into this issue, I suggest you do the same. Overall, I love this mod, and I will continue to use it. Don't care much for PUBG, but this mod I definitely dig. Up next, we have the Chinese Stealth Suit by DogtoothCG and Unoctium. Well, actually, it's two mods from these guys that pretty much just take a dump all over the Creation Club mods, of which you could pay for and don't have as much customization or freedom with the mod. The Road to Liberty team is proud to bring you the Chinese stealth armor. From the trenches of the Anchorage and the blood-soaked shadows of the battlefields of the United States and China, the Chinese stealth suit comes with all the functionality that made it such a favorite in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, plus new features that make it an even more formidable presence, worn by centuries of time from the Chinese nuclear submarine, a determined and patriotic sole survivor. As I stated before, this is the free version. Actually, this came out long before Bethesda's version, which also makes the Bethesda Creation Club's mod kit thingy kind of a joke, because they said they wouldn't do anything that's existing mods, but here you go, it was existing, it was out first on the Nexus. But let's not get into Pete hindsight, that's another video I did. This here is another well done mod by these guys, and frankly it speaks for itself. The level of customization, detail, and overall presentation is quite impressive. And if you ever loved the Chinese stealth suit and decided you had to have it again, well, here it is. And what's funny is Bethesda didn't think to add this to the Creation Club. Sad, really. Yeah, see, I'll get into, if I talk about the Creation Club, I'll start pontificating again. I would recommend this to anyone who has had a love for this suit, a desire to have it again, or played the previous Fallouts and want to see it return, because it returns in perfect form, fashion, and function with a multitude of customization and special techniques and abilities. The Hellfire X03 power armor, once again from DogtoothCG and Unoctium, is another fantastic piece from this team of mod developers. And frankly, this mod completely and utterly speaks for itself, in the sense of every piece of it is so impressive that I was awestruck by the detail that could be found in the armor itself. It's hard to convey metallic structures or armor in games, as far as I know, and they pulled it off fantastically here. Each piece of riveted metal looks phenomenal. The wear from time, or the paint jobs, the level of customization, the different types of fall damage that the armor also has available to whatever mod you find fits your proclivity while gaming is here. Everything about this mod screams premium, and from what I understand, the Creation Club counterpart pales in comparison. Once again, this is a huge win for the Nexus as a whole. I can't say enough good things about it, because it was actually one of the few power armors I liked enough to play with for a long period of time, as I prefer to collect power armors rather than wear them in Fallout 4. This one is a beauty, a must-have, especially if you are also someone who wants to have room dedicated to power armor. This mod is so well done, it sticks out from the vanilla game, to the point of where you can only use customized weapons from other modders, because frankly the textures, details, and meshes do not mesh up with this armor. It almost makes it feel like the natural developer of the game was the modder and the modder was the developer. Such level of professionalism just speaks volumes for itself. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, then this video has to be worth at least 2,000. I don't know, it was the best sort of thing I come up with off the top of my head. I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure right now. I ate bad fries at Wendy's. I blame Wendy's for this. Oh, by the way, for some people the mod is like, the armor's hard to find. It's in the glowing sea. But don't worry, I took the time to wander the glowing sea for hours just to save you the hassle of trying to find this armor. In place, I have added this little video showing you the exact location in the glowing sea where you can find the Hellfire X03 power armor. Yes, the mod author, I believe, has their own video up. Now, in hindsight, I noticed that shows the location. But hey, I'll save you some time from clicking another video by giving it to you right here. And in all honesty, that should do it for me for the time being. I have more mod videos in the works for those interested, including The Witcher. Probably 1 or 2 more Fallout mods are currently in the works, and there will be tech and hardware talk once again on my channel. I know it's been a couple days of non-hardware, and that must be hard on the people who are only coming to my channel for hardware. I understand that and apologize. So, you know the whole spiel. I can actually give more of a shit than me. Rate, comment, subscribe if you so choose to. If not, to hell with it. Nobody's got a gun to your head. Nobody forces you to. I'm not going to say bash that like button. I'm not going to say support my Patreon. I figure what I'm doing here should speak enough for itself. Oh, and by the way, if there's any mod you really like or love, always remember to endorse, and if you can, throw a few bucks the way of the modder. Let's cut out Bethesda and make sure that they don't corner the market. Let's make it so modders have a reason not to join some crappy contract and make content sit behind a paywall. It'd be a sad day if PC gaming lost the one thing that really made it outshine everything in closed proprietary systems. Enough soapboxing. Where the hell's the off button?